fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 230. Today is July the 31st, 2023. Wow. On today's show, I have a whip, I have knitting and spinning, so sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, iced tea for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was really good. We, like everyone else in the United States, had a heat wave. And at the airport last week, it read 94. At my house, which is 3 or 4 miles away from the airport, it was only like 80, 84, 85. It was hot because we do not have air conditioning. It did get smoky because of the fires in Canada, and we did have a thunderstorm which kicked up a couple of fires here in the interior. So we had a day of very hot, very smoky days for the last week. This week it has cooled off to the 70s, and I probably look a little hot because I am a little hot, but it's like 70, I think it's 75. So it is still a little warm here, and I shut my craft room door because my husband came home early today. He didn't have lunch at work, so he just came home and surprised me. So he's here. The reason that the video is so late is I wanted to finish another page on Christmas House, which I will show you momentarily. I did go see my mom. She is doing the same. Still not getting up, but it's okay. She's holding her own. It's the status quo with her, so that's pretty good. The littles came on Sunday. We had a really great day. They played outside. We had a barbecue, roasted some marshmallows. So they had a really great day. And so, yeah, that's about what my week has been. Just hanging out at the house, trying to stay cool. Yeah. So, shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I'm going to sneak in another drink. Since I was doing Christmas in July, I worked on one project a week. So the last week in July is Christmas House, which is charted by Artisy. The artwork is by Steve Crisp. I am stitching this on 25 count, 1/1 with DMC. And I went ahead and finished page 19. So I finished page 18 and 19 this week, so that is extremely exciting. And I cut the bottom off because Halloween House, also charted by Artisy and artwork by Steve Crisp, is the same size. This is 350 by 253, and Halloween House is 350 by 250. So there was exactly half. This is exactly on the top half, so I cut the bottom off and put that for Halloween House. But here we go. I am now done with the top row of pages, and that's why we're so late. I wanted to finish this page, and this one is a short page, and of course, you know, I'm already had the bottom, so that's the size it's going to be. And now it is just trying to get this finished. So today I will work on this all day, and then I will talk about plans for August after I show the rest of the stuff I have to show you. So that's super exciting to get pages 18 and 19 finished. Okay, knitting. So I have some knitting that I did get done, or I worked on some knitting, I should say. I need close to being done. Let's see here. I have it on my iPad. Come on. There we go. So I worked on the Tolsta tee by Cray B Designs. Oops, come on. I'll show you the pattern, or what the sweater's going to look like. Very cute. She did put out a update, and I haven't looked to see if it's really changed anything. There we go. Okay. I had to load up the next one here. So here it is. And this I am working on Knit Picks Kotlin, which is a DK weight. And it is 30% cotton, or no, sorry, 70% cotton and 30% linen. And this is eggplant, I think. I think that's what yeah, eggplant. And I'm still just going round and round and round. So let me see here. Here we go. So that's where we're at. So I think I've got 8 inches done so far on the body. I'm not quite sure. And I still have 4 full balls and this ball of yarn. So not quite sure how long I'm going to make this, but they do say to, in the pattern, to stop your length 1.5 inches. And then the rest of it, the 1.5 inches, is for the ribbing on the bottom. So that's the sweater. And I did go to knitting this week. So I brought Puerto Montt, I think. I have no idea, but it is by Martina Bain. And this is the sweater. Let's see. Oh, no, can't show the next page because it's got the pattern on it. So that. I am using a US 4 3.5 millimeter, I think is what that is. And this is Volnais sock yarn in the twin Clapper Torch. I don't know. I bought this a long time ago. I've had this in my stash for a very long time. So I changed out the needles I was using the signatures for, but I was having a hard time with the cord slipping, trying to get this chevron to slip easily. So I put it on the Chigos, but there is where we're at. I am still not at the 60% done yet, so I have to get to where there's 90 grams left, and the last time I weighed it, there was 118. So I'm almost there, but not quite. But that's what it looks like in the cake. Okay, and I worked on one more project, and this one is In the Land of Oz by Adrienne Fong. Here we go. And I'm using Gale Art Sock Blank in the Watermelon colorway. And this is a sparkle sock blank. And so it's 75 superwash merino, 30 nylon, and 20. I'm not reading these right. I'm sorry. 20 nylon and 5 silver stellina. So I am now at all of the increases are done for the stockinette portion. And to me, this is not a very big shawl. I was really hoping it would be bigger than that, so I'm not sure. I read on Ravelry, some people did charts 1, 2, and 3 of the lace, and then did chart 2 and 3 again. So I might do that. I looked into trying feather and fan, and I just didn't think that would look good. So this is what it's supposed to look like in that. Let me see if I can get the lace portion here. So I'm almost tempted, I think, to go ahead and do like they did, since I have 100 yards extra. I think it'll work if I do that. So I may go ahead and do chart 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 3 again, and see how big we have it, because I still have a lot of the sock blank. So I'm really liking how it is looking like the watermelon, even in the knit it up this way. So I'm really happy how that's turning out. And those are the 3 projects that I knit on this last week. Yeah. Okay. And then spinning. I had a great week of spinning. I went ahead and, if you recall, I pulled out the 14-mile farm in the deep autumn, and I put the whole 4 ounces on this bobbin. So that's super exciting, because I've decided to ply it with Diabolical's. It's a Soldier Field, and this one is a mixed BFL, and so is this. So these two will definitely go well together. And the only difference between these two is this one has a purple tone with the orange and gold, and this one has a blue spots with the orange and gold. So I think it'll look really cool together. And I'm just going to split this in half like I did this one. I split this one in half and then spun it from one end to the other. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. And then I will ply them together. And I'm so excited. So tonight I'll do a little bit of, I usually do I've been watching Hill Street Blues. I watch Hill Street Blues every couple of years because I really like that show. So I spin for 1 or 2 of the episodes watching Hill Street Blues. So I will be starting, sorry for all the rattling. So these 2 together, and that'll be really awesome. Okay. And when I was done spinning the 4 spinners top, I went ahead and plied my Twist Fiber Arts Mixed Blue Face Luster Comb Top. And this was 4 ounces of the gray color. So I divided that. After I got all 4 ounces, I did a huge Andean bracelet. It was a huge bracelet of that, so I could get it 3-ply. And then it was 2 ounces, which I have a lot of that one left, of the Reading Rainbow. And I wish I could remember who did the Reading Rainbow, but I bought it at SSK, and then after that I could never find it again to get 4 ounces instead of just 2. So this tells me I spun this super thin, that I ran out of the mixed BFL 4 ounces before I ran out of the 2 ounces of Reading Rainbow. So that really tells you, yeah, got to watch your spins to make sure you're keeping it even. So anyway, I have this is a 3-ply, and I really do like how it turned out, especially with those pops of the rainbow, and the blue did come out as well, so you can see the blue of the clouds of that rainbow. So it looked like, here we go, I'll just pull that out. So you had the blues and then the rainbow. So doing this one, this was what was left on the bobbin. So I did another Andean bracelet, which kind of means that I just made sure that I could get the 2 ends together and like folded it in half to ply it together. So that's how this happened. So this is a 2-ply, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I have made little mug rugs, so maybe I'll make a couple of mug rugs. I'm not sure. But I was really happy how everything turned out. It was great. So thrilled to be spinning again. And it's been several years since I spun. But here we go. And I have to go put this back outside because it's still a little damp at the end because I just finished this last night. So, very pretty. Okay. So, plans. I've already talked to you about my spinning plans, and my knitting plans are the same. Whatever catches my eye, I will spin. Or knit, I'm sorry. Stitching. It is arbitrary August. And as you know, if you've followed me for a while, I like to change out a project every day except for the weekends. I think to make this arbitrary, I need to pick out one project and work on it for a couple of days. I was watching a YouTuber who talked about her July stitching was she stitched on borders. And I kind of thought that was interesting, but I'm afraid if I just work on borders the whole time for the whole month, I might get a little bored. So I think I may do a combination of picking out a border, stitching on the border for 2 days, and then the next week do the same thing. It depends on how it works out this week. So I'm thinking I'll grab a project with a border for tomorrow and do that for Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, I will pick something else out and stitch that just on Thursday and make my Friday, Saturday, Sunday the Christmas house. Because in October, I'm not going to work on the Christmas house at all. So the closest I can get it done before October and not have a whole bunch left over for November, I will be happy. So that is kind of what I'm thinking for stitching. So check back with me Monday to see how that turned out and which one I picked for my border for 2 days. And if I finish the border within that 2 days, maybe I'll put it away and find another one with a border and work on that. But I'm not sure. I should pick one that has a big border so that that's not the case. Is it coming untied? It sure did. So I got to tie it back up. Yeah. So if you're new, thank you so much for coming in and checking me out. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really do appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to those who comment. And I have been terrible again about answering comments, but I have been reading them. I need to get better at that, and I do apologize. Thank you all for all your kind words about my projects. I really do appreciate it. And I know, I can't remember, I'm terrible. Someone commented about my knitting looking really good, and I appreciate that. My sweater, I don't know what happened, but my tension seems to be the same, and it seems to be flowing exactly how I want it. So I'm really excited about that sweater, and I can't wait to start the next one. Yeah, so I really have nothing else to talk to you guys about. So I hope that you're all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft, you crafted to your heart's content. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.